The following is a presentation of the Dragon Sports Network.
Game Night is presented by Clean Harbors Environmental Services. Clean Harbors is North America's leading provider of environmental and industrial services. The company serves a diverse customer base which includes a majority of Fortune 500 companies and spans a number of industries including chemical, energy, and manufacturing, as well as numerous government agencies. These customers rely on Clean Harbors to deliver a broad range of services such as end-to-end hazardous waste management, emergency spill response, industrial cleaning and maintenance, and recycling services. Through its Safety Clean subsidiary, Clean Harbors also is North America's largest re-refiner and recycler of used oil and a leading provider of parts washers and environmental services to commercial, industrial, and automotive customers.
I'm here with Junction head coach Devin Ball. Coach, your thoughts on the Falcon game?
Unbelievable performance by Taylor Owens. I want to give him hats off first and foremost. Essentially on a half day's notice to step in and take those reps. Coach Talley and those guys did a fantastic job preparing him for that moment through the season. But to have the grit to go in there at a tough place to play in Falcon and to deliver the way he did, I was as proud as I could be. DG, obviously, Dominique Grimes, he played a fantastic ball game. Our offensive line was sensational. We ran the ball well. Brady Pennister really popped. Defensively, we had our best game of the year, and we still got room to improve, but I'm proud of that going into this one.
Coach, when you look back on the Falcon game, where are some areas, I know you mentioned a few players, but where are some areas that you're looking at going, okay, we're a lot better now than we were against, say, Harmony Grove, Carlisle?
That's right. Our linebacking course has really showed up. We're starting to play the run. Getting Hayden the Hammer Hudson back has been phenomenal for our team. We've switched up a few approaches with our coverages and things that we can keep our kids more flat-footed because we are young, so they tend to be a little sporadic and things of that nature. I would love to take better care of the football. I think we had 3 turnovers in that game, and at one point it felt – I think it was the second quarter, third quarter, and we catch a ball slant across the middle and we fumble it, and we do that tonight, it'll be tough. If we don't and we're buttoned up, it's going to be a good night for the Dragons.
Coach, you got the number 1 team in Class 3A coming into town tonight. Let's start with Prescott's offense. What can we expect out of the Curly Wolves on offense?
They're high flying. I mean, they're going to get the ball out in many exotic ways. They do a lot of reverse passes, hook and ladders. They've got some of the better vertical threats that we'll see all year. There's a reason why they're number 1. They've got a Kansas State committed quarterback. They're tough up front. They're the same team that was number 2 to us in the state weight meet. So they've got strength, they've got size, and they're going to be one of the better programs we face this year.
Coach, defensively, what can we expect out of the Curly Wolves?
They play sound. They're very aggressive. If we're not sharp in our blocking schemes, identifying what they do, they're going to get to our quarterback, and that's the guy who makes us tick. Every team tick. They cover well. They'll be long, athletic. They're going to have tenacity. They're going to play with a chip on their shoulder, and we're going to have to match that.
Coach, keys to victory tonight for Junction City. Give me 2 or 3 things that the Dragons have to do in order to get a W.
Win the turnover battle, number 1. We barely won it last week, and we got turned over 3 times, but we turned them over at least 5. Win up front. If we win the line of scrimmage in this football game, it'll make all the difference. And lastly, the special teams battle. I think the tilt is so even athletically, and the styles of play, offensively and defensively, both teams are going to do good. Both teams are going to do bad. The little things in special teams, playing Dragon football, which is attending to those standards of faith, courage, and being able to adapt and overcome. They do those things. The Dragons will get a victory.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
In 2013, the Dragon Sports Network was created to give Junction City fans an opportunity to follow Dragon football live each and every week. Since then, and for the past several years, the network has expanded to coverage of Dragon basketball and hopes to add coverage of additional Dragon athletic teams in the future. Through the years, the DSN has benefited greatly from many generous sponsors and advertisers. Of those, several have been with the network from its very humble beginnings 10 years ago. The DSN is thankful for all the support it has received from those organizations, businesses, and individuals through the years. One very special individual who has been a wonderful contributor to the DSN from the very start has been Miss Jan Norris Pepper. In 2013, Miss Pepper gave to the network through the Kevin Norris Memorial, which was started in memory of her late brother. A 1978 graduate of Junction City High School, James Kevin Norris played center on the 1977 Junction City football team, which finished as the 7AA East Conference runner-up and a game shy of reaching the state playoffs in an era when fewer teams earned postseason berths. He was a proud FFA member and an employee of the Georgia Pacific Sawmill, where he worked as a welder until his tragic passing in 1991. Ms. Jan, on behalf of the Dragon Sports Network, we thank you for your support of Junction City Athletics and for allowing us to bring the action live to our fans from all corners of the natural state. Most importantly, we thank you for allowing us to play a small role in keeping alive the memory of your beloved brother. We love you.
From Paul H. Muse Field at David Carpenter Stadium, we welcome you to Game Night on the Dragon Sports Network, presented by Clean Harbors Environmental Services. I'm Wayne Pumphrey, and here shortly you will hear the delicate tones, or tone, I should say, of one Mr. Brendan Cup and one Mr. Daniel Wood as they bring you Junction City's battle with the number one team in Class 3A, the Prescott Curly Wolves. Prescott has owned this series against Junction City. This will be the 22nd meeting. The Dragons trail Prescott in the series 18-3. They first met, believe it or not, in 1957. The Dragons, of course, lost that game, and they would lose the next 5 contests, all of them coming between 1979 and 1983. And then in an epic battle in 1984, the Dragons came out on top. Another loss and then another win by Junction City in 86, the year the Dragons won the 7 West and advanced to the state playoffs for the first time in school history. After that, it's been all Prescott. The Curly Wolves have dominated the series. There has been some very close games in 92, 94. And Junction City having some solid teams, but they just could not cure the Curly Wolf problem. Tonight, hopefully, they can. The winner, more than likely, can possibly, and you'll hear some more about this later on game night, run the table and take the conference title and, more importantly, the number 1 seed for the playoffs. And coming out of this conference, whoever wins will be home field all the way as long as they remain in the state playoffs. And, of course, as you can tell, take a look at the field, a beautiful night for football here at the Muse. But, folks, more importantly, it's a special night. Yes, grandmothers and mamas love this. It is mini cheer night. And it has become one of the most important things the DSN does. And, hey, we're glad to do it. These young ladies have worked hard all week getting ready. We're very close to starting, waiting on the PA to kick it off here in a minute. And you will get to see all of that. Then we will come back with the rest of game night. As I mentioned before, Dragons taking on the number 1 team in Class 3A. Junction City coming off its most impressive performance of the season, a 55-20 win over Falk. Dominique Grimes having a career night, 316 yards of total offense, and you cannot say that name enough, Grimes. Both Dominique and Devontae having big games, really throughout the season so far. Of course, Devontae had a big one against Haynesville, but last Friday nights was huge for the Dragons. A win sets up tonight's showdown. And if Junction City could somehow pull this off, it will open the door for them possibly taking the conference title. But that's yet to be seen. We are waiting currently for the cheerleaders to get started, and I believe I see that's Ms. Hegler as she is trying to get everything going here. And I believe the first group is just about ready to get started here. Yeah, just about ready. Also at halftime, we will keep in mind that is the Glenn Mechanical halftime show. We will go back over the first half. If you saw the coaches show a while ago, you heard Coach Ball mention we need to win the battle of the line. We need to win the turnover battle, and we definitely definitely have got to take care of business when we have the ball, move it, make it happen. And he says if we do all of that, we can come out with a W. It'll be a big night for Junction City. Prescott, of course, has played Hope, Fordyce, and I believe they said McAllister, Oklahoma. I believe that was the other one. They are undefeated and currently the number 1 ranked team in 3A. So we are still waiting here. Hopefully they're ready to get going. Mini cheer night. Next week, Dragons on the road to Smackover, open date. We go to Calhoun County the following week to take on the Canines from Calhoun County, those Hampton Bulldogs. Come home for homecoming, head on the road back to Gurdon to take on the Go Devils. That's Junction City's schedule for the remainder of the season after tonight. We are going to step away for 30 seconds. As soon as they fire it up, we'll be right back. All right, this week in Dragon football history, we are going to step back 70 years, back to 1953, and you may have heard me mention this group on our Name That Year contest. This is the school's first conference championship, and of course I'm talking about the 1953 Junction City Dragons. The 1953 Junction City Dragons were the first team in school history to win a conference title. They were led by Coach G.M. Haynes. The Dragons finished the season undefeated in 7B conference play. They posted 5 shutouts, folks, on defense. On offense, the 53 Dragons had big play capabilities, not only on the ground but through the air. Overall, the offense had over 45 plays of 20 yards or more. 2 members of the team, halfback Jerry McKinnon and James McCleskey, were named All-State during their career. 3 of the members are in the Dragon Football Wall of Honor. McKinnon, McCleskey, and Ian Charles Garris are all in the Dragon Football Wall of Honor. McKinnon received the honor in 2016, Garris in 18, and McCleskey received the honor in 2022. Members of the 1953 Dragons are George Jerry, Van Byram, Jerry McKinnon, James Swanner, Reggie Elkins, Tommy Muse, Albert Bolin, Olin Owens, Jimmy Davis, Dwayne Laney, Gene Cameron, Max McDonald, George Mason, James McCleskey, Terry Burrow, L.Z. Pepper, Billy Laney, O'Neal Tucker, Tom Lowry, who was the captain, Leon Wood, Charles Garris, Charles Davison, Wilton Hayes, Herbert Thompson, Van McDonald, R.D. Moss. Of course, the head coach was Glenn Haynes. Assistant coach was George Harmon Smith. Managers on the team were Paul Rowland and Darrell Burrell. The 1953 Dragons, the first in school history to win the conference title, they won the 7B, posting 7 wins on the season against 2 losses and a tie. I'm Wayne Pumphrey, and this has been This Week in Dragon Football History. All right, we are back. Still got a little bit here before the kickoff, about 40 minutes or so. And it's that time of the show where possibly everything can go haywire. And we're going to turn it over to the not once ex-Wildcat, but 2-time ex-Wildcat. I'd like to remind people that every now and then, not only did he abandon Rising, he also ended up abandoning El Dorado. So double on the ex-Wildcat, Mr. Denton Ashcraft, and it is time for Pick'em and Opinions.
That's right, America. This is home of the brave, land of the free, where opinions matter, and guess what? Everybody's got one.
Well, here we go. How's everybody doing today?
Absolutely lovely. Great night for football.
Get a little more enthused, D. My goodness.
Come on now.
He's worried about the Hogs, man.
Sure.
No worries.
As he should be, though.
All right, here we go, man. Let's start off in the 5A here, or excuse me, 6A. I'm going to go Solomon Springs at Russellville. Russellville leads this series 8-3. Been playing since 2012. I think I'll go Solomon Springs tonight. Up to the top.
You say Salem Springs?
Yeah.
All right, I know nothing about either one of them. I know Russellville used to be pretty decent. I don't know what they're doing now, but I'll go Salem Springs with you. I don't want you to feel lonely.
Derek?
Is it me?
Yeah.
I'm against the
you're
grain.
Derek.
I'm going to go Russellville.
All right. Well, I'm just going to say I've always heard people get a little softer as they go north, and Silent Springs a little further north, so I'm going Russellville.
Good pick.
Andrew?
Well, looks like I'll be a tiebreaker here. We'll go Russellville.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. I hope it ends in a tie. 3-3. But Russellville's going to pull this one out by a touchdown.
They always have good kickers.
Yeah, good, great kickers.
All righty, next one here, we'll go 5A. We got Hope at Hot Springs. Hope leads this series 12-10.
12-11.
I go Hot Springs.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep agreeing with you. Hot Springs.
3 out of 3. I'll go Hot Springs.
Hope's terrible. Hot Springs.
Yeah, Hope's going to be hopeless. It's Hot Springs all day.
You know, it surprised me. What was it, 2 weeks ago? Hope went just about to overtime with Prescott, didn't they? I'm almost positive they did. I know they did.
Who you talking to?
Any of y'all.
Playing down two classifications.
It was like a 40-38 game. But with that being said, Hope's taking an L on this one.
I thought for a second he'd go, oh, man, Hope's got this one.
They're horrible.
All right, here we go. Warren at Crossett. Warren leads this series 11-1. I don't think Crossett has a chance. I go Warren.
I will not go against Arletta Allen. Warren by a large margin.
I agree 100%. And Crossett just ain't got enough. Warren's huge.
Yeah, it's going to be Warren. Warren apparently has a receiver that has caught 5 passes the last 2 games for 5 touchdowns. I think he's probably just going to add to that tonight.
Sophomore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew? Yeah, we had Crossett, I believe, on the pick'em a couple weeks ago. Everybody picked against them, and they ended up pulling it out. But
it's a different game.
Yeah, we're going Warren tonight, though.
Yeah, he's going to end up catching it. Cam's going to end up catching a ball that's not going for a touchdown, but Warden's still by 21 plus.
Best receiving core in the state.
Yes.
Yes.
All righty. I smell something over there. Let's see here. Let's go 3A. Salem at Newport. Newport leads this series 3-0 since been playing since 2020. Let me say I go to Newport.
Well, this is a trophy game. The winner gets the golden ashtray. So I am going to I'm going to say there'll be a lot of mistakes in this game, but I believe both of these teams are blowing smoke, and one of them's going to get smoked, and I say it's Newport.
Wow, I see what you did there.
I love it.
Hey,
Man.
baby. Hey, I actually got some help on that, I will admit.
I'm going to go Salem. That ashtray's coveted.
David's over here trying to Google stuff.
You know, that's because I'm trying to, because part of me feels like Newport is the Greyhounds and Salem is the Greyhounds, so it's the battle of the Greyhounds, maybe?
One of them's winning.
I believe it, yes.
It's going to be Salem, though. They're number 3 in number 3 in Class 3A, and they've had a pretty good year so far. I mean, I don't know competition they played, but I mean, I'm just going to go for Salem.
After what I just seen off of D. Wood's phone, I'm going Salem as well.
I can't remember what year we went up to
Clear
Salem.
black screen.
2012.
I heard it was fixing to be the game, and Salem's overrated. Salem's winning this ball game.
Boy, what an expert analysis there.
Let me see. I had one pick that said the series was tied 1-1, but then I got down here and got the first meeting of these schools, and that is Rising at Bigelow. That's a 3A against a 2A.
Yeah.
Rising's not doing too well this year. I think Bigelow's going to get them. Wayne?
Bigelow.
Never thought you'd say that, did you?
Yeah, I'm going to go Bigelow as well. They're the home team.
I'm just going to go and make sure y'all know that it is a Newport Greyhounds, by the way. I was right. Rising's losing.
Yeah, Rising's terrible. Andrew?
No, we're going Rising tonight, baby.
Never thought we would have to.
Wildcats by a million.
Clay Toddy's gone. They don't.
Yeah, they're done.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
He left just like
Next man up.
Yeah, Rising's done.
Yeah.
They lose this one tonight.
All right, let's head on over to the college here. Got a couple of decent games here. Let's say Clemson and at Syracuse. I say Clemson's going to take that one.
You said Clemson?
Clemson at Syracuse.
I don't like Jim Bonham or whatever his name is. I ain't really crazy about Syracuse, so I'm going to go with Clemson.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Clemson as well. They're going to shake back there for the tough nail biter.
Yeah, I'm going to go Clemson, too. They've really turned the season around a lot since that first week loss to Duke. They've looked a lot better. And Syracuse they're Syracuse. It's a basketball school. It's not a football school.
D-Wood took the words right out of my mouth. We're going Clemson.
DJ Ugalele's replacement will have a good game this week, and Clemson's going to walk this.
Who is the replacement?
I don't know. I didn't know it was DJ Ugalele last week. I don't even know where he went.
Oregon State.
Oregon State.
He's got them looking pretty good, too.
Good-looking guy.
All right, we'll head over to the SEC, which I think could be a pretty interesting game, and that is Florida at Kentucky.
We sounded dumb last week, didn't we? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'll go blue on this one, Kentucky.
Somebody in this group picked
blue.
Somebody picked Florida last week?
Somebody picked Florida. Denton, can you back that up, see who picked Florida last week over Tennessee?
I know. I said they were getting dog walked. I looked on there, and they were up by 20.
Yeah. I think that was the elder statesman of this bunch here picked them, and he's going to go. Yeah. He's going to go with Florida again.
I ain't picking Florida in nothing, so they're going to get dog stomped.
And I would like it be noted that was the exact same words he used with the Tennessee pick.
And I still ain't picking them. The Senators, Florida State, Florida A&M, Florida Southern. I'm not picking them.
I couldn't resist. I had to get them going.
We're going against Florida's going down.
Yeah, I'm going to go Florida. I don't think Kentucky's got anything this year.
Well, Kentucky has really turned their program around for the football team, and just them talking about football in October makes a statement on itself.
John Calipari, he's done a great job.
Percy Harvin's grandson will have a great game for Florida this week, and Florida's going to win this one.
All right, let's head on over to, I believe game day is at Duke. First time I believe they said they're at Duke for game day. They've been there, of course, for basketball.
But Duke, North Carolina? What's going on?
Hey, let's all just pause, have a moment of silence, and think about that. College game day is going to Duke.
What a year.
To Duke.
What kind of
first time ever?
We didn't do the Duke.
Hey, fellas, we got picked for a homecoming game last week, okay? So the world's just
upside
upside
down.
down.
The world is upside down.
It is upside down.
It ain't that too far upside down. You saw the score.
Yeah. We're in a matrix.
That would be.
We're not doing the Alabama-Mississippi State game. We got Ryan Allen listening now. He needs to hear this.
That would be Notre Dame to Duke. Why we always got to do Alabama?
Notre Dame.
And we're not doing Alabama.
We're not doing
Alabama's irrelevant
Yeah,
this year.
yeah,
Go on what you got.
I feel hurt right now. My goodness, we held Dart to 10 points last week.
Notre Dame at Duke. I think Notre Dame bounces back and takes this one.
Well, I will say this. I thoroughly enjoyed watching Notre Dame get beat like they did, lose at the very end because you knew it hurt.
I wanted them to win.
The sad thing is it was Ohio State. So Notre Dame going to Duke, I don't want to pick them, but I will. Notre Dame will pull this out. They'll get it back on track.
Yeah, Notre Dame's going to have a huge bounce-back game. I think they're going to run all over Duke.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame's going to probably come out with it. They had a really good atmosphere, and I think that's kind of what kind of helped keep Ohio State out of the game for as long as it did. But I'll tell you what, it really hurts when you only have 10 men on the field on the last play that means the most
last
in the entire
two plays.
game. Yeah.
I concur.
We're going Notre Dame this weekend. Duke ain't got it in them.
Sam Hartman's he's gonna have a big week. I don't like Notre Dame either, but they're gonna win this one.
All righty. Well, we do have a few more. I mean, we could go Alabama, Mississippi
Yes,
State.
go ahead.
We could go LSU.
Let's go
Yes, we
LSU.
could.
I'd rather go LSU.
I would too.
Y'all are so salty.
We
My
could
goodness.
go
Why are we
Texas
salty?
A&M and
Because y'all got
Arkansas.
to.
I mean,
Well, no, y'all really.
We definitely need to do that one.
Texas A&M and Arkansas. That's a noon game. It's a must-win for either one of them, right?
Yeah, the key thing there is must win.
Yeah, for either team.
I did pick BYU over Arkansas, if you remember, and I got laughed at. But I am going to say, what the heck, Arkansas will pull this out.
Yeah, he's just catching up to Wayne.
Yes.
I do believe out of those three matchups, I believe that LSU and the Ole Miss is probably the most interesting one.
And I hate to say it, but the team from Louisiana will probably win that one,
They probably
unfortunately.
will.
No.
I love to say it, Wayne. They are going to win that
I'm
one.
gonna
But
say
hey,
it,
I'll
but
give
they-
you one. I think the Hogs are going to pull it out at Jerry's World.
Baton Rouge will beat Ole Miss.
Yeah, Jackson Dart's really not that good of a quarterback.
Look, y'all a hotel room after the game. My good.
He's
We're not going to be friends.
It's not like they're finna face KJ Jefferson again down there. So, I mean, I don't know what we're really talking about here.
And face Jalen Milroe. Y'all see that game he put on? The defense from Alabama.
Jalen
is
Milroe
bad.
can't lace up KJ Jefferson's cleats.
Son.
He
Y'all play
really,
Ole
he
Miss
really
this week?
can't.
And
Stop
on
it.
that,
And this is an LSU
and on
fan
that
saying
note,
that,
we are
Brandon.
going to leave,
Yeah,
folks.
KJ Jefferson.
We're
they'd be
fixing to
national
see
championship
everything.
contenders.
Oh, my goodness.
Stop it.
Hey, you can only get this content here
He's
at
going to be
DSN.
driving
I
a
just
truck
want
in
everybody
2
to
years.
know
Let's
that.
stop.
Jalen Milroe, what is he going to be doing? Graduate assistant somewhere.
Selling the truck to Jefferson.
He's going to the XFL.
All right, this has been Game Night on the Dragon Sports Network, presented by Clean Harbors Environmental Services. I'm Wayne Pumphrey. I don't know who the clowns are up top, but for Denton Ashcraft, we'll see you in about 25 minutes.
Game Night is presented by Clean Harbors Environmental Services on the Dragon Sports Network. The following has been an exclusive presentation of the Dragon Sports Network.